Sometimes humble beginnings do lead to greater things. Hello guys, welcome to Filmanter, and for today's list, we'll be taking a look at some of the best work by this unlikeliest of the stars. Captivating the audience by her range of acting skills so far, Taapsee Pannu has emerged as one of the only few legitimate female money movers in the business, working with legendary filmmakers and actors during the process. Before we begin though, please note that the list is only going to include the actor's Hindi language films, and please make sure to subscribe to Filmanter if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. With that out of the way, this is Amir, and here are 5 best characters played by Taapsee Pannu. Number 5, Naina Sethi in Badla.
ये विटनेस से जो भी है ये क्या बदल देगा मैंने तो कोर्ट में सच ही कहा है.
Since Talwar released in 2015, we've seen a new kind of mystery thriller genre literally take birth in front of our eyes. And that's the type where we as audience are shown multiple accounts of the same incidents repeat during the runtime of the film as witnesses and accused try to tell their sides of the story. Director Sujoy Ghosh uses a similar storytelling technique in his 2019 mystery Badla, resulting in the movie becoming much more engaging and crisp from start to end. But for whatever it's worth, the style is a particularly tricky one for the actors in these films because they're the ones burdened with acting out all these distinctively different possible scenarios, essentially portraying different characters within the same film. This Amitabh Bachchan, Taapsee Pannu and Amrita Singh starrer was no different. Primarily taking place within a room as an investigative session between the accused and her new lawyer, Badla offers many visual possibilities that may have transpired during the murder incident, and Taapsee was at the heart of every frame. Initially appearing as a victim of circumstances, Taapsee's Naina Sethi was like an onion getting peeled off by her lawyer, having layers within layers of characteristics and secrets that may or may not have took place the way we're led to believe. Taapsee brought a sense of mystery in her portrayal of the successful businesswoman, pretty convincingly portraying all the possible scenarios right in front of us, further confusing the viewers to judge whether or not she's really guilty. And that's exactly what the makers would have hoped for in a film like Badla. Number 4, Rumi in Manmarziyaan.
नहीं होता तो फिर मत बोलना भागने के लिए. मुझे बोल, मैं डिसाइड करूंगी क्या करेंगे.
By the time this unconventional Anurag Kashyap love saga rolled out in late 2018, Taapsee had already established herself as a force to be reckoned with. But that didn't stop her from delivering hard yet again.
पता है इसे तेरे सर पे मैंने बंदूक नहीं तानी है. कॉन्फिडेंस है तेरे प्यार पे, इसे जुबान दे के आऊं घर पे कि तू आएगा.
2018's Manmarzia was a love triangle between flawed people. Their redeeming qualities were abundant, but always accompanied by their temptatious desires. It was a mature take on relationships that we rarely see in the Hindi cinema nowadays. Taapsee herself, playing the role of the temperamental Rumi, was showered with universal praise for Manmarzia. She couldn't sell a hockey stick without flaring up a customer for not knowing the right brand. As with other characters from the movie, Rumi was an extremely complex character, constantly feeling the friction in her head between passion and peace. And as a result, her apparently rash, impulsive decisions are almost always backed up by the realistically favorable aftermaths of those moves. Be it due to plot convenience or well thought out narrative, we'll leave that up for when we're discussing the entire film. But one thing that cannot be overlooked is that Rumi specifically was a character made for Taapsee. Her wild streak, coupled by a sense of responsibilities, was captured delightfully by the actor. And while Abhishek Bachchan and Wiki were great in their roles too, Manmarzia was very clear on which protagonist to focus on the most. Number 3, Shabana Khan in Naam Shabana.
Sorry भैया, so sorry.
It's about time we start getting badass women characters in mainstream Bollywood movies. The spin-off prequel to the 2015 hit Baby revolved around one of the most intriguing characters from the franchise, Shabana. It focused on the origins of the well-talked-about spy from Baby getting scouted by the Indian intelligence agencies while in college and being entrusted the task of assassinating a deadly international arms dealer. What's astonishing is that although Taapsee had created a buzz around herself by the time Naam Shabana released in 2017, the movie actually went on floors years before that, with the makers playing a huge gamble with the actress who at that time was just a newbie in the industry. But fortunately enough, Taapsee far surpassed all the expectations, bringing a sense of silent, no nonsensical attitude to her portrayal of Shabana.
I want to kill those murderers.
Nice to hear that.
Her rendition of Shabana was like that of a silent mercenary who may appear harmless at first glance, but if you cross her line, you're in for a beating of a lifetime. It's not a movie you'd expect feminists to enjoy throughout, because there are moments when Shabana does end up needing her team's help, but that honestly works, because again, this is an origin story. Was Naam Shabana a perfect movie? No, not even close, but it ends up becoming extremely more watchable because of its lead. Number 2, Amrita in Thappad.
छोड़ के रखनी पड़े कोई चीज़ तो मतलब टूटी हुई है ना.
This 2020 Anubhav Sinha social drama might have been a frustrating experience for you if you didn't get the point it was trying to put across. Thappad followed the story of a next-door housewife, Amrita, who was pretty comfortable in her mundane life with her caring and apparently progressive husband, until one night, in a fit of rage and under the influence, her husband ended up slapping Amrita while she was preventing him from getting into a heated confrontation. This is where Thappad begins. The slap that metaphorically wakes Amrita up from this zombie-like cheerleading routine she had going for herself becomes the catalyst for her dilemma and subsequent divorce proceedings. Don't get us wrong though, Thappad is not about domestic violence. It's about the inherent patriarchy in our society that is embedded so deep that it even challenges the viewers to find Amrita likable for her actions post the incident. Amrita, however, is firm. She's clear on the fact that regardless of whether there's love between the couple, they have a pretty happy life going for themselves. He was drunk during the incident, and that too in a heated argument. He still doesn't have the right to hit her, exactly how he didn't hit the man he was originally confronting. Simple and effective. Taapsee's pitch-perfect portrayal of Amrita was delightfully earnest in the first half and unapologetically resistant in the second. She was a woman on a mission in Thappad, and now that it's in the books, it's impossible to see anyone else pull off Amrita any better. And number 1, Meenal Arora in Pink.
But sir, एक बहुत गंदी feeling होती है जब कोई इस तरीके से छूता है.
No means no. This 2016 social courtroom drama left us stunned for all the right reasons and made an absolute star out of the newcomer Taapsee Pannu in the Hindi film industry. The movie that saw 3 young women getting implicated in a crime and subsequently getting blamed for soliciting was not just a very important film, but an all-round amazingly made Aniruddha Chaudhary film, spearheaded by its leads Pannu, Kriti Kulhari, Andrea Taryang, and Amitabh Bachchan. The intense drama saw Taapsee play the role of Meenal Arora, an independent working woman who is shown to silently fight the daily savage patriarchal stereotyping of women based on how they appear, what they do for a living, and how they communicate with men. This, of course, gets progressively uglier as Meenal, along with her roommates, gets dragged in a trial where all these assumptions are thrown at the girls to justify their innocence.
Are you a virgin, Miss Arora?
Taapsee's courageous, almost leader-esque take on Meenal in the first half was exactly what Pink needed to balance out the already imbalanced societal sides, which is why it was particularly saddening when the movie doubles down on the character in the second half just to test where she breaks.
तभी मैंने इसके सिर पे बॉटल देके मारी सर. अगर दोबारा करेगा ना सर, तो तुम्हारा खींच के बॉटल मारूंगी इसके सिर पे मैं.
It comes as no surprise, however, that she doesn't, even carrying her friends on her back at times to will them out of the misery. Pink was the best 2016 had to offer, and Taapsee was one of the main reasons why. And there you have it, guys. 5 best characters played by Taapsee Pannu. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video. It motivates us to keep creating content like this. With that out of the way, have a safe week ahead. This is Amir, and I will see you soon.